What's up, guys? We move into the quote-unquote co-main event of the evening. We've got Shannon Ross taking on Vinicius Salvador, and what I think is going to end up being a very exciting matchup and something I'm really looking forward to seeing. Turkish delight, Shannon Ross has not fought in about a year and a half now when he beat Donovan Freelo all that time ago. About a year and a half ago at UAE Warriors, his last loss was to Stephen Osik, who was meant to be on Dana White's Contender Series. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but let's get into the kind of the fighters, man. So Shannon Ross, he's 33 years old. He's a pretty old guy, especially for the flyweight division, and he's got 6 wins by KO, 1 win by submission. And Vinicius Salvador is only 24 years old, to my knowledge, and all 13 of his wins have been inside the distance, 12 of them by KO, 1 win by submission. Pretty awesome, in my opinion, to have all 13 wins by finish at this kind of weight class. But the pick is Shannon Ross, man. I genuinely am picking Shannon Ross here. What Shannon Ross does is he's got good leg kicks, he's got good volume. He does have some sort of power in the hands, but not really like too much that he's going to be too scared, or Salvador's going to be too scared, you know what I mean? And he uses cardio to kind of keep up that high pace throughout 3 rounds, and I think that's what he's going to do to beat Vinicius Salvador here. Obviously, what Vinicius Salvador has here is power in the hands, you know what I mean? He's got very good power in the hands, but in return he is very easily hit, and I think a guy like Shannon Ross, who's going to kind of out-volume him, that's going to be very important, and I think that Shannon Ross is going to win this fight on volume alone, or aggression alone, in my opinion, really. But I think Shannon Ross is just a little bit better almost everywhere, you know what I mean? He's definitely the better technical striker. You know, he's also got a little bit more of a well-rounded skill set in a way. Like, he's got 1 win by submission, but he's been the distance 5 times. You can't say the same about Vinicius Salvador, who's only been the distance once in his entire career, all 12 wins and 1 submission by 12 out of 13 wins by KO, 1 win by submission, and he's only got 1 decision loss. He's only been the distance 1 time in his career. I think Shannon Ross is going to win a decision on this one here. I think he is going to let the fight go on. I think Vinicius Salvador might tire as time goes on, and Shannon Ross isn't going to take the foot off the pedal, man. I think he's going to keep it going. He's going to keep up that high volume and get it going. But Vinicius Salvador definitely does have a chance to catch Shannon Ross, especially early. You know, he hasn't fought for about a year and a half. It's a somewhat of a step up in competition from what he's recently been fighting. Dana White's Contender Series is obviously a step into the UFC, so it's you're fighting guys that are UFC level or borderline UFC level guys. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of happens here. But my picking is Shannon Ross here. I do believe he's going to win on just out voluming Vinicius Salvador alone here in this one. So hopefully that made sense. Like, at all, I feel like there was a little bit of rambling on that one, but eventually the pick is Shannon Ross by decision here. I'm going with him.